remember the characters' names. Wow.
What? I had the hugest crush on Topanga.
Yeah.
Oh, Topanga.
So, who are we, Mr. Darrell?
I'm Darrell.
I'm Conan.
And this is Diana.
And where
we
are
the Black Sheep.
Where the hell are we?
We're at the Porcupine Freedom Festival in beautiful Lancaster, New Hampshire, looking out the windows and see the white mountains. That's not something that we get in the undisclosed studio that is your house.
It's kind of a dungeon, yes. But yeah, this is amazing.
Dungeon,
I mean,
yes,
this is
the dungeon.
Now that the clouds have gone away and it stopped raining, and every time I walk out to take a leak, I see those mountains. It's just, I forgot what I came out of my truck to do, and I just stand there in amazement. Like
and then 5 seconds later, your leg gets warm and you remember.
But it's all right because we all stink to high heaven because the showers do not work.
Hold on, no.
They do.
I was able to take a shower this morning. And now the water pressure was akin to me poking holes into the top of the cap on my water bottle and like pouring it over my head. But I did get a shower this morning.
You got a trickle.
Yes.
A trickle? So yes, the showers are back in operation. They were
somewhat.
out, you know, back and forth, on and off. It was.
I had to go to the ones all the way up in the family area.
Yeah, you would see people like not on your side of the camp, walking through your campsite. It's like, hey, I thought you were like on the opposite side of the map of the globe. Like, oh, I'm looking for a bathroom that works. Well,
yeah, the ones in the media room here have remained working for most of PorcFest. They have been shutting it down for like an hour, half an hour every day, just to make sure that it doesn't get overworked. But yeah, so for the most part, there's been 2 working bathrooms and 4 porta-johns that have not been emptied at all.
that's not good.
Yeah, and I also thought that it was funny, the name of the porta-john company is Polyjohn, and I noticed that on my way to a polyamory panel.
And how was that?
It was very interesting.
I decided to skip it because that stuff doesn't interest me. Too much wacky draminess. I don't want any part of it.
It was interesting.
I mean, how many people actually, you know, try it out and stick with it?
Of like the 70 people that were in there, I don't know how many were necessarily poly, but I'm guessing that most of them or all of them were poly-curious. I would consider myself to be poly-curious.
I'm very curious about how all that works, really.
Yeah.
I think it's a bunch of nonsense.
And I am just disgusted by the name polyamory because it is so wrong because it mixes a Greek and a Latin root, and like you shouldn't do that with language. It should be polyphilia or multi-amory. Can we agree on this that polyamory is wrong? It's either polyphilia or multi-amory.
I think I agree with you, yes. Yeah, things need to be.
You're wrong!
So other than walking around ass backwards looking for showers, what else has been going on? We had a thing last night. That was
I made some money. The bigger, gayer, dancier party.
Yeah.
I made an appearance wearing, I just won't even describe what I was wearing because I know that the freaking haters would just have a field day with that. But I did make an appearance after Free Talk Live.
It was pretty rocking. I had my hat and I had the camera and I like took 300 some such pictures. Which I
What happens at the big gay dance party gets uploaded to Facebook.
Oh yeah, but I'm not going to tag anybody. Tag yourself.
Facebook automatically tags people now in some photos.
Yeah, if you accidentally hit the wrong button next to the publish button, it will automatically tag people, and they don't do a very good job.
And then Edward Snowden knows who all was here and everything else. It's just not good. Yeah.
So Diane, I did get to see your masterpiece.
Oh yeah, you like that?
Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful and it actually fit my head.
Well, you
That's
have.
what I'm blown away by.
You have.
This was the
happy blonde hair. Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's the brain. We discussed this last night.
Yeah, we were talking about the fact that we have Neanderthal brains. You know, whether that makes us smarter people,
Survivors.
Maybe.
No, not Survivors game.
Maybe we...
But the Neanderthals bred into
That's true.
the
That's
European culture and became mostly our Frenchmen.
Maybe we can tolerate... Maybe we can
No
tolerate...
offense to the French, but that's where the last known Neanderthal was living, was in France.
That's true.
So he probably, got busy with some French chick and wound up, fathering Charlemagne or something.
My boyfriend is French-Canadian. He does have quite a prominent brown finish.
And an accent.
And an accent,
Especially when he drinks too much, which is like all the time, right?
Last night was,
That was
like,
fun.
honey, I'll drive, okay? I just want you to know that I'm not even asking permission, I'm driving.
So the French-Canadian boyfriend, how does he pronounce the word roundabout?
Oh, he doesn't do the boot thing. That's like in other parts of
Roundabout?
Canada.
He doesn't say roundabout?
No, he
Okay.
probably does have some kind of interesting accent.
What's this show all about?
No, he doesn't do the boot and all that, no.
So we found an interesting art piece form last night with
Yeah.
projectors and naked navels.
That was awesome.
Bare
That was
navels.
so funny.
So
What?
we were watching The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
We weren't
Why
watching
would
it.
anybody do that?
We were listening.
That's
We weren't
awesome
listening.
movie.
It was just playing in the background, and someone
Right.
stood in front of it and said, "Oh."
No, you were standing in front of
That's
it.
where I was going with it.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
But I had clothes on, so I had to disrobe, get as naked as possible, and then I had to try to
God,
catch.
I'm glad I didn't see that.
I had to get my belly button on their mouths.
The character's mouth, yeah. That was
It was
that
good
was really
stuff.
that was good. That was
Were
really
you
funny.
stoned at the time?
No, I don't smoke, but I was drunk.
Okay. I knew that there was some kind of substance inside of you.
His belly makes a perfect projection screen because it's like nice and smooth.
There's no hair on it.
And it's like the colors are really crisp and
Should I change seats here?
Because I haven't gotten any sun, because I moved to New
Right.
Hampshire, and there is no sun here, except like, what, 2 or 3 days out
During
of the year.
PorcFest. A couple of days in PorcFest, the days that it's not raining.
Yeah.
So, Diana, you're with the Freedom Fiends.
yes, I'm a freedom.
So, for the listeners and viewers who are not familiar with a Freedom Fiend or the Freedom Fiends, what is a Freedom Fiend? And why do you say worms a lot?
Okay, I'm going to start with the worms question first. I am actually fairly new to the libertarian, anarchist, et cetera, movement. And when I first started expressing interest and first started realizing that this philosophy really is in line with my own personal values, I would listen to Freedom Fiends. And
Okay.
and I think right around the time I started listening, which was about a year and a half ago, is when Michael came up with worms, and Michael Dean of Freedom Fiends. And worms is actually just another way of saying word. Like, so instead of saying word, you say worms.
But just in his world, his
Yes,
reality.
in his world, and the Fiends.
So he
yeah.
speaks his own little language.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Hey, Michael Hampton.
I enjoy that.
Please turn off your radios, keep your arms, legs, and hands, and small children inside of the ride until it comes to a full and complete stop.
So with every episode, we scream worms in various different accents and ways and stuff like that.
And
So,
cat meows.
and cat, and we meow. Yeah, we do. I'm actually.
Have you ever mixed a meow and a worm?
Yeah, meow worms.
That is so lame.
Worms! No, there you go. So you
There you go.
meow the word. Worms!
Worms. Yeah, we do that too.
That's better.
Yeah, we do that too. And
That sounds like a cat that's just like ready to claw somebody's face off.
Yeah, and you may have already noticed that I laugh a lot. Like I find pretty much anything funny.
So you're the laughing kitty.
I'm the laughing kitty, exactly. So we all have our little wrestler animal handles for the show.
Groovy.
And what is Michael's wrestler handle?
He's
for
the
show?
he's the iron hamster.
The Iron.
You know, I saw him for the first time. I heard some of the last hosts on the show. They said they saw Michael for the first time,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like amazed that he's like a foot, not a foot, but he's very much shorter than
He's
the rest
petite.
of us. He's not petite.
He's not petite!
He's like a stocky little dwarf.
He's kind of stocky, yeah, but yeah, he's a little on the short side.
Yeah,
but
very.
yeah.
Because he's got the personality, which
Right.
is huge,
Yeah,
and it
absolutely.
just kind of blows you away when you actually see something like that.
And then I saw him running through somebody's campsite, and they were like, "Oh, that's Michael Dean," and I just shouted, "That's how you get worms!"
That's awesome. tattoo, I thought.
Oh yeah. So you got a not free tattoo, which is good, which is always good. Don't,
Yeah.
if someone starts handing out tattoos,
Right.
run.
Oh, hold it up so one of the cameras can possibly
This one right here.
see.
Yeah.
Would be.
Up with
Yeah.
it.
Oh, my bracelet's in the way. Yeah, my PorcFest bracelet.
I'm not sure how close that
Right.
camera is going to be able to zoom in on
No,
that.
that's not. but-
It's a little stylized porcupine, like the Free State Project symbol. And,
With your mover number in it.
Well, yeah. It
327?
looks like a number from a distance, but it's actually the Ohm symbol. And I recently was doing yoga teacher training and started doing the whole Ohm thing.
What kind of yoga do you do?
Just the-
Because I know that there are several different types.
There are
There's
several different types.
Vinyasa, there's yin, there's something else that I forget the name of.
Yeah, they all kind of come under the same, most of them anyway, and Vinyasa and Yin kind of come under the same heading of, it's called Hatha Raja, the royal
Okay.
hat. It encompasses several different.
But one's a little more intense,
Yeah,
the other
some are
one's
more,
more
yeah.
relaxing.
Yeah, there's all different kinds. Vinyasa is a flow, and those can get pretty intense. When you're doing chaturangas, which are kind of like push-ups in reverse, but you're going like really
Chaturangas?
slow. Yeah, they're really, really hard.
Sounds tasty.
I know, the chimichanga.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll take an order of the chaturangas with a side of paella and a frappy mocha latte chino to drink.
Never done it. I don't know that I ever will. I think I'll
Like
start
yoga?
Yoga.
What, eating a chaturanga?
Let's go run.
Yeah, running's cool too. Yeah, actually, I used to do a lot of races myself, and I quit running I
Like
did five-
Mudman 2000, whatever
No,
the thing's called.
I've never done a mud run, but I'd like to.
You ever done marathon, half
Yeah,
marathon?
I've done 2 full marathons and several half marathons and multitude of 5Ks, and I quit
What's your
running.
best time on
Oh my
a
God,
full
Please
marathon?
don't ask me that. I am horrible. Like,
Did you
the worst time
Did you
ever. I
finish the
finished.
race?
I finished the races. I have
Before
the
they
medals
just
to
shut
prove.
down,
Right.
before they just shut down the course, and they're like, okay, nobody else is going to
know.
finish before midnight.
Yeah, I did finish, and I have a little bit
Winning.
of a funny story about attempting a half Ironman.
Okay.
A full Ironman is 112 miles on a